Training your dog is one of the most important and rewarding journeys you will ever embark on together. It is so much more than just teaching them to sit or stay. It is about building a language between the two of you, a special way of communicating that fosters trust and deepens your connection. When you train your dog, you are not just giving them rules to follow, you are opening up their world and showing them how to navigate it safely and confidently. This process helps your dog understand what you expect from them, which reduces their anxiety and confusion, leading to a much happier and more secure companion who feels like a true part of the family. Think of training as a bridge. On one side, you have your human world with its rules, expectations, and unique social situations. On the other side, you have your dog's world, driven by instinct, curiosity, and a desire to please. Training is the structure that connects these two worlds, allowing you to meet in the middle. It provides your dog with the mental stimulation they crave, preventing boredom that can often lead to destructive behaviors like chewing on furniture or digging in the yard. A trained dog is a dog whose mind is engaged, active, and fulfilled, which is just as important as physical exercise for their overall well-being. Furthermore, training is absolutely essential for your dog's safety and the safety of others. A dog who reliably comes when called can be saved from a dangerous situation, like running into a busy street or approaching an unfriendly animal. A dog who knows how to stay calmly can prevent accidents like jumping on a small child or an elderly person. By teaching your dog these basic life skills, you are equipping them with the tools they need to be a good canine citizen. This not only keeps them safe, but also makes them a joy to be around, allowing you to include them in more of your life's adventures, from visiting friends to relaxing at a pet-friendly cafe. Ultimately, the reason we train our dogs is rooted in love. We want them to live the best, fullest, and safest lives possible. Training is a continuous conversation, not a one-time task. It is a daily commitment to understanding and guiding your furry friend. Every training session, no matter how small, is an investment in your relationship. It is a chance to praise them, to reward them, and to show them how much you care. This positive interaction strengthens your bond in a way that nothing else can, creating a foundation of mutual respect and affection that will last a lifetime. Let's start with one of the most fundamental and useful commands, sit. This is a fantastic starting point because it is relatively easy for most dogs to learn, and it gives you a quick win that builds confidence for both of you. To teach sit, grab a high-value treat that your dog absolutely loves. Hold the treat near your dog's nose and then slowly move your hand upwards and over their head. As their nose follows the treat up, their rear end will naturally lower into a sitting position. The very moment their bottom touches the floor, say the word sit in a clear, happy voice and immediately give them the treat and lots of praise. Next up is stay, a command that teaches your dog impulse control and patience. Begin by asking your dog to sit. Once they are sitting, hold your hand up with your palm facing them, like a stop sign, and say the word stay in a calm but firm voice. Take just one small step back. If they stay put for even a second, step back towards them. Give them a treat and release them from the stay with a cue word like okay or free. Gradually increase the distance you step back and the length of time you ask them to hold the position. Keep the sessions short and always end on a positive note. The come command, or recall, is arguably the most important safety command you will ever teach your dog. You want your dog to come running to you happily every single time you call them. Start in a quiet, distraction-free area like your living room. With your dog on a leash, take a few steps back, crouch down to their level, and say their name followed by come in an excited, inviting tone. Gently guide them towards you with the leash. When they reach you, throw a party. Give them tons of praise, pets, and a super special treat. The goal is to make coming to you the best thing in the world. Remember to keep your initial training sessions very short and sweet, maybe just 5 minutes at a time, a few times a day. Dogs, especially puppies, have short attention spans. You want to end each session while your dog is still engaged and having fun, not when they are tired or frustrated. Using positive reinforcement like treats and praise makes your dog eager to learn and work with you. Avoid any form of punishment or harsh words, as this will only create fear and damage the trusting relationship you are working so hard to build. Training should always be a positive and joyful experience. To be a truly effective trainer, you must first become a student of your dog. Learning to understand their needs and interpret their body language is the key to unlocking a deeper connection and making your training efforts far more successful. Every dog is an individual with a unique personality, but they all have fundamental needs that must be met for them to be happy and receptive to learning. These needs include proper nutrition, regular physical exercise, mental stimulation, and a sense of security. A dog who is hungry, bored, or full of pent-up energy will find it incredibly difficult to focus on a training session. Pay close attention to your dog's body language, as it is their primary way of communicating with you. A wagging tail doesn't always mean happiness. Its height and speed can tell you much more. A relaxed, loose and wiggly body is a sign of a happy, comfortable dog. On the other hand, a stiff body, a tucked tail, flattened ears, or showing the whites of their eyes, often called whale eye, are all signals of fear, stress, or anxiety. Recognizing these signs allows you to adjust the situation before your dog becomes overwhelmed. For example, if you notice your dog getting stressed during training, it is a cue to take a break and try again later. Understanding your dog's energy levels is also crucial. Some breeds, like Border Collies or Jack Russell Terriers, are naturally high energy and require a great deal of physical activity every day. Other breeds, like Basset Hounds or Bulldogs, are more low-key. Tailor your exercise routine to your specific dog's needs. A long walk, a game of fetch, or a run in a secure area before a training session can help burn off excess energy, allowing your dog to be calmer and more focused on you. Mental exercise, such as puzzle toys or scent games, is just as important for tiring out your dog's brain. Finally, remember that dogs thrive on routine and predictability. Establishing a consistent daily schedule for feeding, potty breaks, walks and playtime helps your dog feel secure because they know what to expect and when. This sense of stability reduces anxiety and makes them more balanced overall. When you understand and provide for your dog's basic needs, physical, mental and emotional, you create the perfect foundation for training. You are showing them that you are a reliable leader who cares for them, which makes them much more willing and excited to learn from you. Positive reinforcement is the heart and soul of modern, humane dog training. The concept is wonderfully simple. You reward the behaviors you want to see more of. This method focuses on celebrating your dog's successes rather than punishing their mistakes. When your dog does something you like, whether it's sitting politely, coming when called, or lying down calmly, you immediately follow it with something they love. This could be a tasty treat, an exciting toy, enthusiastic praise like good dog, or a nice scratch behind the ears. This positive association makes your dog want to repeat the behavior in the future. The key to making positive reinforcement effective is timing. The reward must be given within a second or two of the desired behavior. If you wait too long, your dog won't be able to connect the reward with their action. This is where a marker word like a crisp yes or a clicker can be incredibly helpful. The moment your dog performs the correct action, you say yes or click and then immediately follow it with the treat. The marker acts as a precise signal that tells your dog that exact thing you just did is what earned you this reward, making your communication crystal clear. To keep training sessions fun and engaging, it is important to use rewards that your dog finds genuinely motivating. Not all dogs are driven by the same things. While most dogs love food, some might prefer a squeaky toy or a quick game of tug-of-war. Experiment to find out what your dog values most and use a variety of rewards to keep them guessing and excited. For difficult or new commands, use extra special high-value treats like small pieces of cheese, chicken or hot dog that they don't get at any other time. This will make them work even harder to figure out what you're asking. By focusing on this positive approach, you transform training from a chore into a wonderful game that you and your dog play together. It builds your dog's confidence because they are constantly being set up for success and celebrated for their efforts. This method avoids the use of fear, intimidation, or pain, which can lead to anxiety, aggression, and a breakdown of the trust between you and your dog. A dog trained with positive reinforcement learns to think for themselves and offer behaviors willingly, creating a joyful, cooperative partner who loves to learn with you. Building a strong bond with your dog is really the ultimate goal. And training is honestly one of the best ways to achieve it. This relationship is not just about obedience. It is about creating a deep, two-way connection built on trust, mutual respect, and clear communication. Every moment you spend actively engaged with your dog, whether it is during a formal training session, a playful game of fetch, or a quiet cuddle on the couch, contributes to this bond. Your dog needs to see you as their safe space, their leader, and their most trusted friend. This bond is what motivates them to listen to you, even when faced with distractions. One of the best ways to strengthen your bond is through shared experiences and play. Play is a natural way for dogs to learn and connect. Engage in activities that your dog genuinely enjoys. For a retriever, this might be endless games of fetch. For a hound, it could be a fun scent work game where you hide treats around the house for them to find. When you participate in play with them, you become the source of fun and excitement, which makes you far more interesting than anything else in their environment. This positive association carries over into your training, making them more eager to engage with you. Quality time is just as important as active training. This means giving your dog your undivided attention. Put your phone away, turn off the television, and just be present with them. Grooming your dog can be a wonderful bonding activity. Gentle brushing not only keeps their coat healthy, but is also a calming and affectionate interaction. Simply sitting with your dog and giving them gentle pets while speaking in a soft, soothing voice reinforces your connection. These quiet moments teach your dog that your presence is comforting and safe, building a deep sense of security and trust. Ultimately, the bond you build with your dog is a reflection of your consistency, patience, and love. They need to know that you are a reliable and fair leader who will guide them, protect them, and provide for their needs. When your dog trusts you completely, they will be more willing to follow your lead in any situation. This unbreakable bond transforms your relationship from one of owner and pet to one of true partnership. It is this connection that makes having a dog one of the most enriching experiences in life, filled with loyalty, joy, and unconditional love. Section 6. Solving common problems, the jumping dilemma. Jumping up on people is one of the most common behavioral challenges dog owners face. While it might seem cute when they are a small puppy, it can become a real problem and even dangerous as they grow larger. It is important to understand that dogs jump up as a form of greeting. They are excited to see you and want to get closer to your face. They are not trying to be dominant or naughty. The key to solving this issue is to teach them a more appropriate way to say hello, one that gets them the attention they crave without using their paws to do it. The most effective strategy is to manage the situation and reward the behavior you want to see instead. When you know your dog is likely to jump, such as when you first walk in the door, be prepared. Before the jumping starts, ask your dog for an incompatible behavior like sit. If they sit, immediately reward them with calm praise and a treat. If they jump, the most important thing to do is to calmly and silently turn your back on them. Fold your arms and ignore them completely. Do not speak to them, push them down, or make eye contact. The moment all four of their paws are back on the floor, turn around and reward the calm behavior. Consistency from everyone in the household is absolutely critical for this to work. If one person allows the dog to jump while another doesn't, the dog will receive mixed messages and will not learn the new rule. Make sure every family member and visitor understands the plan. Ignore the jumping and reward the calm. You can even help manage greetings with visitors by keeping your dog on a leash when guests arrive. This allows you to prevent the jump from happening in the first place and gives you a better opportunity to ask for a sit and reward it. Teaching an alternative behavior is the final piece of the puzzle. You are not just telling your dog no, you are showing them what to do instead. Consistently practicing the sit command and rewarding it heavily will teach your dog that sitting politely is a much more effective way to get attention than jumping. Over time, your dog will learn that calm greetings lead to pets and praise, while jumping leads to being ignored. With patience and consistency, your dog will soon be greeting everyone with all four paws planted firmly and politely on the ground. Section 7. Quieting the noise. A guide to managing barking. Barking is a natural form of communication for dogs, but excessive barking can become a major issue for you and your neighbors. The first step in managing barking is to understand why your dog is doing it. Dogs bark for many reasons. They might be alerting you to a visitor, expressing boredom or loneliness, seeking attention, feeling anxious, or responding to other dogs in the neighborhood. Identifying the trigger is essential because the solution will depend on the cause. For example, a dog barking out of boredom needs more exercise and mental stimulation, not just a command to be quiet. For dogs that bark at things they see or hear outside, such as the mail carrier or a passing squirrel, the solution often involves managing their environment. You can block their view by closing the blinds or applying a decorative window film to the lower half of your windows. You can also use a white noise machine or play calming music to help mask outside sounds that trigger the barking. This management prevents the dog from practicing the behavior over and over again, which is a crucial step in breaking the habit. You are removing the opportunity for them to get worked up in the first place. Teaching the quiet command is a proactive way to address barking. To do this, you first need to encourage your dog to bark. Have someone ring the doorbell or make a noise that you know will trigger a bark. Let your dog bark 2 or 3 times, then hold a very high-value treat in front of their nose. As they stop barking to sniff the treat, say the word quiet in a calm, clear voice. Give them the treat and praise them. Practice this regularly in short sessions. Over time, your dog will learn to associate the word quiet with stopping their barking to receive a reward. It is equally important not to inadvertently reward the barking. If your dog barks to get your attention and you respond by yelling at them, they're still getting a form of attention, which can reinforce the behavior. Instead, just like with jumping, ignore the attention-seeking barking whenever possible. Wait for a moment of silence, even if it is just a brief pause to take a breath, and then reward that quiet moment. This teaches your dog that being quiet is what earns them your attention, not making a lot of noise. Patience and consistency are your best tools in creating a more peaceful home. Section 8, consistency is key, the secret ingredient to success. If there is one secret ingredient to successful dog training, it is consistency. Your dog learns through repetition and patterns. When rules, commands, and rewards are consistent, your dog can easily understand what is expected of them. This clarity builds their confidence and reduces confusion and anxiety. If one day they are allowed on the couch and the next day they are scolded for it, they will not be able to learn the house rules. It is crucial that everyone in the household is on the same page and enforces the same rules and uses the same command words in the same way. Consistency applies to every aspect of your training. Use the same verbal cue for the same action every time. If you use down to mean lie down, do not sometimes say lie down or off. Pick one cue and stick with it. Similarly, your hand signals should be consistent. This creates a clear and predictable language for your dog. Your reactions to their behavior must also be consistent. Good behavior should always be met with positive reinforcement, and unwanted behavior should be managed consistently, for example, by ignoring it or redirecting them to a more appropriate activity. Creating a predictable daily routine is another form of consistency that is incredibly beneficial for your dog. Regular times for meals, walks, potty breaks, and training sessions help your dog feel secure and balanced. A dog who knows what to expect throughout their day is generally calmer and more receptive to learning. Scheduling short, dedicated training sessions at the same time each day can help build a strong learning habit for both you and your dog, making it a natural and expected part of your routine rather than an afterthought. This structure makes learning much more efficient. Remember that progress is not always a straight line. There will be good days and not so good days, and that is perfectly normal. The key is to remain patient and consistent through it all. Do not get discouraged if your dog seems to forget a command they knew yesterday. Just go back a step. Make it easier for them to succeed and celebrate the small victories. Your unwavering consistency is what will build a reliable, well-behaved companion in the long run. It is the steady daily practice that solidifies learning and forges a strong, trusting bond between you and your dog. Section 9, the wonderful world of a well-trained dog. The rewards of investing time and effort into training your dog are immeasurable and extend far beyond simply having an obedient pet. A well-trained dog is a happy dog. They understand their world and their place in it. They feel secure because they know the rules and can confidently navigate different social situations. This confidence reduces stress and anxiety, leading to a more relaxed and contented companion. They are not constantly guessing or getting into trouble. Instead, They are celebrated for their good behavior, which boosts their self-esteem and enriches their daily life in countless ways. Having a well-trained dog also grants you an incredible amount of freedom. You can confidently take your dog to more places and include them in more of your activities. Imagine enjoying a coffee at an outdoor cafe with your dog lying calmly at your feet, or hiking off-leash in a safe area, knowing your dog will come back the instant you call them. These experiences are possible when you have a reliable canine partner. A well-trained dog is a joy to be around, not just for you, but for your friends, family, and the community, making them a true ambassador for their species. The process of training itself profoundly deepens the relationship you share with your dog. It is a journey of mutual learning and respect. As you teach your dog, you also learn to read their signals, understand their needs, and appreciate their unique personality. This creates a powerful two-way communication channel that forms the bedrock of an unbreakable bond. Your dog learns to trust you as a fair and benevolent leader, and you learn to trust them to make good choices. This partnership is one of the most fulfilling aspects of dog ownership. Ultimately, a well-trained dog enriches your life in ways you might not even expect. They bring joy, laughter, and a sense of calm to your home. The companionship of a dog who is in sync with you is a truly special thing. They become more than just a pet. They become an integral member of your family, a loyal friend who can share in your adventures and comfort you in quiet moments. The effort you put into training is a gift you give to your dog, but the love, loyalty, and wonderful companionship you receive in return is a priceless gift they give back to you every single day.